everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vincy. If it's your first time here, welcome. In my last video, which I put here, I did a reaction to a cruise episode, which is 1 atheist versus 20 Christians. And today, this video is going to be about 1 pro-life versus 20 pro-choice activists. Will they see eye to eye? We're going to find out. And I must warn you, this is one of the most diabolical episode I've seen on cruise. So buckle up for this one. Let's get to it. All of this commentary is not a direct attack on anyone. It's just based on the conversation. The first claim is your body is not your choice. So the pro-life activist is called Mary, and throughout this episode I am going to be mentioning her name a lot. I like the fact that the panel, there's a mixture of men and women in the panel. Of course, there's more women, which makes sense, but there's also a few men in the panel, so that's really cool.
Your body is your choice. Why do I say so? Because we're all individuals. I know probably you'll say due to religion, but if you don't mind me asking, why do you say that our body is not our choice?
Okay, so I said your body is not your choice, especially when it comes to do with human life. There's a saying that don't drink and drive. You can drink and drive if you want, but because it's going to affect lots of the implication behind you drinking and driving. So,
basically, this conversation is about... I'm not going to mention it because, you know, YouTube and the policies. Maybe I should call it app. Yeah, maybe app. The app. Okay, let's call it the app. Okay.
Drinking and driving is not exactly a valid point with this your body your choice, because everybody knows the consequences of
so that
drinking
means
and
you
driving.
can agree with me now that your body is not your choice when it comes with implication.
When it comes with implications, I would definitely say that being pro-choice is different from what you just said, because being pro-choice has...
Comparing drinking and driving with app, I don't know. I think you're just comparing eggs and oranges, or apples and oranges. They're not in the same category.
Pro-choice has 3 different things in medical, and that's what exactly we're arguing. We're arguing the abortion side, assisted suicide, as well as the euthanasia part of it. And I'll definitely say that with women and as human beings, our body is definitely our choice. But when it comes to certain things, like what you just said, that is not exactly a choice that people have to make, because it is a thing that has to be done.
Okay, I'll say that when it comes to abortion also, I would say your body is not your choice, because first of all, abortion involves 2 lives, the mother's life and the baby's life, right? And that baby is...
I think that at the point when they are going to do the app, it's not a fully grown baby. They call it a fetus or something. I have to check the technical word for it, but a baby is not yet a baby when these things happen.
Vulnerable, they cannot make choices. So you cannot make choices on people's behalf, right? That is why I said your body is not your choice. At that point in time, you cannot make decision for the vulnerable person, because they can't defend themselves. They can't say they don't want to come to life. So it is left for them to decide. It's
the light has already turned
that
red. These people are not playing at all.
I
think because the lady is allowing Mary to talk a lot, so they were just out of it. They couldn't stand what she was saying. This panel is vicious. They didn't even waste time. Ooh, the next one is a guy. Let's see how it goes.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
Mary.
My name is Mario. So now the reason why I asked you your name is because I believe in individuality. I believe that I need to know you, to address you, to speak to you, to have a proper conversation with you. You saying my body is not my choice is, excuse me, sorry to say, it's a very insensitive thing for you to say. I feel like every individual has rights to make choices about themselves without coercion from the government. You can't tell me that my body is not my choice. You know, now, when you want to donate blood, you know you have to do that willingly, right? Do you know you have to donate blood willingly?
State your points.
Okay, so sorry. So now you can't donate blood if you are not willing. You cannot give...
Mary is not here to play.
your organ out without consent. Somebody that is dead, you can't take organs from a dead person without prior consent. All I'm saying is consent matters. Your choice matters in every decision you take as individuals.
Okay, I'm not being dismissive of your choice matter. I'm not saying your choice does not matter. I'm saying that when it comes to some things, your choice do not matter.
Some things like what?
When it comes to a life, human life, are you telling me that you don't value human life? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying
So
being
what is your
pro-choice.
claim?
Sorry, chill. Being pro-choice doesn't mean I don't value human life or I
What
dismiss
does
it.
it
I'm
now
really
mean?
saying, I'm talking about bodily autonomy. I'm saying every individual has every right to say what happens to their body. Let me explain what pregnancy is. And like, it's so sad because like you're a babe. Like I did not expect this from you because your body, when you carry a child, that child, you're housing that child.
Yeah.
Pregnancy takes a toll on the mother. Like we're not even talking about normal.
I understand that pregnancy takes a toll, and that's what I'm advocating for. You can support pregnant women. There are a lot of programs that people do to support.
Which people, Auntie Mary, people are supporting pregnant women? How many pregnant women have you supported in the past 3 years? How many? Are you supporting the pregnant women? Who do you know in your cycle that supports pregnant women? And if you're watching this video, if you've supported any pregnant women in the past, please put it in the comment section. I would really like to know. Okay?
These people mentally, emotional programs and all of that stuff. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
so
I
that's what I'm
don't.
saying, that you don't get what I'm saying.
I don't get.
So what I'm saying in essence is that when it comes to taking a life or protecting a life, your body is not your choice.
But you know that not all pregnancies are wanted, right? Like I'm talking about rape cases, I'm talking about incest.
Okay. Yeah.
And you do not expect, I would know, you cannot be that wicked to tell somebody to harbor such child.
Also, still coming back to what she was talking about, if the person does not have a lot of support and you are saying that they have to go and look for support elsewhere, how many programs do you know which are readily available for pregnant women to give them support? In Nigeria, I come from Ghana. In Ghana, I don't know of any programs. Even if there are any programs, there are really few of them because it's not an institutionalized support for the pregnant women. If you use the term child, it means that you are referring to like a 6-year-old, 5-year-old. Nobody's going to do that. That's murder. You're going to go to jail for that. We are talking about between 6 to 8 weeks. So they're still in the early stages.
Hello.
So you said my body is not my choice, and you believe that claim. I'm trying to see where that claim is coming from. So if it's not mine, is it yours? Is it the government?
Where are you going to exactly?
Either way.
State your claim. I want you to arrive at your point.
Don't worry, it's okay. You also said something previously that if that choice is going to lead to implications, then it is no longer a valid choice. But then now, assuming I have a baby and that baby is going to affect me mentally, or the way I got that baby is through a sort of trauma, whether rape or incest, are you not thinking about the implications on my own life rather than on the baby's life? So if you are saying the choice is invalid because it's affecting the baby, why are you not thinking that the choice is also invalid if it's affecting my own?
Also, for the fact that the mother will be traumatized and she has to deal with this trauma and probably transfer it to the potential child. That is a little bit messed up.
Okay, so I'm saying your body is not your choice to make when it comes to things like that. And I'm not going to sit here
Things like what?
Things like protecting life. And I'm not going to sit here to dismiss rape cases because I know that there are a lot of rape cases. Once they catch you as a rapist, you should be punished for that because it's a punishable offense.
Right.
Yes.
And I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dismiss that it can be traumatic and everything, but I'm just saying that when it comes to human life, what if you want to abort a child and you have implications?
Okay, then I should choose to make that choice.
If it's legal and there's implications, they can deal with it in the hospital instead of doing it in someone's backyard.
Based on those implications.
No.
I should not think about the baby in this case. It should be because of my own life and not because of the baby. And if I still want to make that choice regardless of the implications, then I should be allowed to.
No, I don't think so. I don't agree with you.
I also don't agree with you.
I just feel like all life should be protected at all costs.
But you're not thinking of...
What about the mother's life? What about the woman's life? What about her life? Does her life matter? Is this important? Ooh. Yes, girl, yes. I like your style.
What are these support systems that you know exist in Nigeria now that is actually helping women who have cases of unwanted? Like, what's the effect?
So that there is a ministry called Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation.
Okay.
So anything that has to do with women, whether it's poverty alleviation, whether
You're talking about an institution that is for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. So I can only speak from the perspective of a Ghanaian, right? And I'm guessing that this is a similar situation in Nigeria. But can you imagine the number of people that will need these resources? And do you think those resources are enough for all these people to have access to? Auntie Mary, please be for real. One more thing, the people who keep the pregnancy. In Ghana, for example, there are women who are giving birth in the floor. There are women whose babies are placed in plastic chairs because there's not enough beds for the pregnant women. So please spare me about these resources that you're talking about in the support. There's also a thing in Ghana where some women are not able to pay for their hospital bills, so they are jailed in the hospital for months. And sometimes it takes like a few philanthropists to be able to pay the bills. And this happens like maybe during Christmas. Imagine the number of people that will need these resources that you're talking about.
But the poverty rate of Nigeria is still at a very, very high standard. So I want to finish. Sorry.
Okay.
Nigeria is not
you know for a fact.
Yes, that Nigeria, we are in poverty right now. We are over.
There is a fact check, so I'm going to read it out loud. So it says, despite having one of the largest economies in Africa by total GDP, Nigeria ranks among the lowest globally in GDP per capita, ranked as the 12th poorest country globally by GDP per capita. That is $807, and has the second highest population of people in extreme poverty worldwide after India, largely due to the large population and economic inequality. As of late 2025, Nigeria ranks amongst the top nations with the highest absolute number of poor people, with approximately 83% to 70% of its population, roughly 133 million people, living in multidimensional poverty. So that resources that you're talking about has to be split among these people. So that's a very unrealistic expectation and unrealistic standard to place on these women. Okay, I'll check from Cruz.
Can I finish?
Yeah, wait, you would speak. Are you saying that because you are in poverty, you should terminate a child?
I'm saying,
but when you know you are,
let me answer the question.
Why are you having sex? When you know you are poor, you can't afford.
What? So poor people are not allowed to have sex? Is that what you're saying? What the this is crazy.
You know you are poor, you can't afford to bring a child to this world. Why are you having sex?
Okay.
There's something called abstinence.
You're not allowing me to talk.
Abstinence. You remember the statistics I mentioned previously? That it was 133 million people. You want 133 million. Let's say that they are kids, they are, older people. So let's say 100 million people. They should all abstain because they're poor.
But children who are in orphanage homes, they have higher risk of abuse, higher risk of being trafficked. They come out with...
Please present your statistics. No, you can't finish when you are backing your claim up with statistics.
I'm happy that Chris is bringing out all these fact checks. Institutional care can increase child's vulnerability to abuse, neglect, and exploitation, including human trafficking, physical and emotional abuse. Okay, lady? Institutionalized children face increased risk of being trafficked into labor, domestic servitude, or sexual exploitation, often stemming from inadequate staffing, high caregiver-to-child ratio, and lack of oversight, especially in unregistered orphanages where abuse is frequently sealed and children are coached to provide false information.
You cannot say you are protecting life that has not come out. When was the last time you actually went into the slum to save children, to actually help them? Even if you have done that, you need to value human life that are actually in the streets, who are hungry, who are dying every day, than the ones that actually haven't come out. Now this is a fetus, right?
You are being insensitive right now.
You are also being insensitive.
To be fair, you are being insensitive right now.
We need the resources that we have in the nation, right?
One more thing. I'm going to be one more thing throughout this video. One of the easiest way people, Ghana, Nigeria, one of the ways we try to address pregnancy is by abstinence. It's not by, oh, let's teach them sexual health, how to prevent pregnancy, how to do this, because it's all taboo. Nobody wants to talk about it. And when it happens, they're like, oh, why didn't you abstain? Pretend. It's like an ostrich putting their head in the sand. Whether you like it or not, this is going to happen. So you have to actually develop methods to prevent it. And they should also have the option to do the app if they want to, provided it's in the speculated time that they can. So please.
The resources that we have in the nation right now is not even enough to carry the children who are out there. And you're talking about a fetus who doesn't even have feelings. Can I finish?
No, I have to talk. I have to talk at this time. No.
I allowed you to talk.
No, you can't talk. I have to
doesn't mean
join me.
I am anti-life. It means I care so much about the life that actually exists, and I care about the women who are forced to carry these children. Now, you said something about abstinence. Okay, fine. People have always been having sex. People still have sex, and you cannot stop it. The only thing that you can do is share awareness and educate people enough to make informed choices. If you want to criminalize abortion, people are just going to get creative. They are just going to take on safe practices.
Here's the thing about the ostrich putting their head in the sand. People are still going to do it, whether you make it legal or not. So why don't you take the most safe option, which is legalize it? In case there's complication, they'll be in the hospital to get the help they need. Instead of pretending, I don't understand. Even if you are against app, it should still be legal, because the people who have the option to do it, whether it's a medical emergency, whether it's elective, they can still be able to access the best care that they can. You know, I don't understand.
And this is killing it. Can I finish? Yeah, this is even going to kill even more people who are actually alive, as opposed to the people that are not even in existence. We are fighting for the lives that are literally not born.
That is why there are drugs that you can use.
Do you know the effect? Wait.
Yes, that's an option. You can go on what is it called? Contraception, but shit happens. So what do you do then?
Both of you should take conscious effort. Abortion is murder. Both of you should take conscious
effort. If a man deceives me and impregnates me, so the man has the power to change my entire life. Are you saying you're
gullible?
Wait,
is that what you're saying?
Hold on, you have a vagina,
no,
right?
I believe
you are a woman,
gullible.
right?
Yeah.
If a man impregnates you after you had agreement, what are you going to do? Let's say after a while you do not realize that you are pregnant. There are women who literally have their periods.
I would carry it.
You will carry the child. So the man has the power to change your entire life.
The child should not suffer.
No child is suffering because the child is not born.
You will still abort. No.
Because of a man's
what I'm saying, no, you cannot finish. What I'm saying, it should be protected at all costs.
If you are forcing her to have the child, that is not protection.
It is not force. I'm not forcing her to have the child.
She wants to have power over her own life. Her having a child changes her life entirely.
She's really passionate about this, and I completely understand her. However, I think she should have made Mary speak a little bit. But I get where the frustration is coming from, because this kind of talk is just a bunch of bullshit. But yeah, I get my sister. I understand why you're so passionate, because it's really sad, like having children into poverty and messing up. They would even suffer more than the mother, but the mother will spend most of her life stressed, doing all kinds of things just to be able to raise a child, and the child is going to be in a messed up environment. That's if the woman decides she didn't want to keep the child. So the next prompt is, I'm into life that can never be replaced.
Can the life exist without the carrier?
That is a rhetorical question.
It's not. No, answer it. I want you to answer it.
I'm not compelled to answer your question. So state your claim.
The approach is right there. That's freedom right there. If the baby, the life that you said cannot exist without the carrier, don't you think we should consider the carrier also? You can't answer that, or you're not compelled to answer that too also?
Where are you driving
Just
at?
answer my questions.
The life of the carrier.
Of the carrier, yes. The pregnant lady. Do you think it can be replaced?
No.
So why are we concerned about the one she's...
I think she's afraid to answer the questions because she feels like he's trying to set a trap. That's why she's avoiding answering any of the questions.
What I'm advocating for here right now is that all life matters, irrespective of whether it is a fetus or whether it is already fully developed. All life matters. That is my claim.
There are situations where the baby, it's a threat to the carrier's life and they need to remove the baby.
So
What are
when,
you saying? That's
so when a child, a fetus, is a threat to the mother's life, what I'll say is life should be saved.
which life should be saved?
Life should be saved.
No.
And
Which life should be saved?
both lives should be saved.
Both life. How? Life is a threat. You are saying both life should be saved. How?
That should be left for
No,
the
that's not
doctor
left for
to
the doctors.
decide. Yeah.
If the doctors have
Why does a doctor have to decide who lives and who stays?
seen it and said, oh, you can't survive.
At that point, I would not see it as pro-choice or whatever. I would see it as life-saving. You are saving a life.
Which life
That's
are you
what
saving? I just want to confirm, whose life are you saving here?
I see it as saving a life.
Which one, Auntie? Which one?
Whose life are we saving here?
We are saving both life, but if we cannot save both life,
No, we are not saving
we are
both life.
saving both life.
It's a threat to the mother's life. Remove it. Abort it. So why are you telling me that we are saving both life?
That is not. I don't see that
It's what?
as abortion.
It's clearly written.
I see it as a life-saving opportunity, right? I don't see that as abortion.
It is abortion.
Abortion is intentional. Abortion is killing.
Her definition is based on just one condition instead of considering the bigger picture, because there are different situations where these things happen, and maybe you don't want to use that term because you think it involves a doctor, but it's still the same thing. Sister Mary.
We are saving
Saving a
through what?
life.
We are saving through what?
I don't know.
No, you are not telling me you are saving it. You are saving through what? What are we saving through?
You are saving a life.
Through what?
I don't know.
So you can't provide an answer to that.
I'm not saying I can't provide
no,
an
Nah, she's trolling. She's definitely trolling.
provide an answer to that. I'm saying that you are saving a life. That is not abortion.
It's not. It's what?
That is not abortion.
It's what?
It is
Okay, now,
life saving. Giving the child the right to live. Everybody has potential and they have a future. Once you abort, you have stopped the future of a life.
Okay, Bobby.
Concerned about the carrier's life.
Of course, I am.
So why are we not talking about the carrier's life? Why are we talking about
I've spoken about the carriers. Every fetus has their DNA. So that DNA has been erased completely.
I'm putting myself.
So that means you cannot replace the DNA that has been
I am
aborted.
putting myself in the shoe.
Mary has a point in this situation, and this is the first time since how many minutes? 23 minutes. She got 1 point in the last 23 minutes.
Right now, I don't care about the future or whatever of the blood that is coming.
Are you saying you're a murderer?
I'm not a murderer. I am concerned about my life. If it is going to affect me mentally, financially, and all round,
If it
why
is
am I
going to
keeping
affect
it?
you mentally, financially, first of all, before abortion can even happen, there has to be a pregnancy. Before even abortion, there are preventive measures. I'm saying that every life should be protected at all costs. Once you abort, it can never be replaced because everybody has a unique DNA.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So that is the
So
prompt.
do you know now that there are some children in the slums that
Stop
they
saying
could
this
have
slum.
their parents could have
Why are
not
you
made them
betting
in that
it?
situation?
So that means you are. I'm sorry, but I just want to say that you are being irresponsible. Why are you bringing a child to
I'm
this
not,
life
because
without
it's the child that
proper
you're fucking
planning?
aborting.
What?
Well, that's why they should have the option not to bring them here.
You bringing a child to this life without proper planning. Are
Okay,
you as
do
a
you know-
person
do you know
bringing
that-
a child to life and you are not properly planning?
Okay, do you know that?
That means it shows
Do you
how
know- wait,
irresponsible you are.
Can I speak? Do you know condoms actually
There
break?
is a secure means by preventing.
Do you know
the secure
condoms
means?
break?
Would you like to
If
know?
you want to use
the
condoms,
secure
for
means
instance.
of preventing pregnancy to happen in the first place is by abstinence. Can you not do that?
So you're telling me your whole life you want to abstain?
Yes, you can.
So you want to tell me right now that I have not f***ed before?
You don't have to ask me that question.
This shouldn't be personal at all, but I get where her frustration is coming from, but girl.
All right, I've given birth for this man. He was nice, he was sweet, he's my husband. All of a sudden, I'm 2 months in and he switched. Do you expect me to give birth to that child because it cannot be replaced?
Yes.
What about my financial status? What about my mentality?
I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but are you saying that you are just going into the marriage without having finances, you're not doing it, you're just
Are poor people not allowed to get married?
plus
Now, because my finance can only cater for one child and I can walk out of that marriage without one child, I won't
if
give
your
birth.
finance
I
can
won't
only
give
cater
birth
for
to the
one
second
child, you have no business getting married. Go and stack your money up first before you can
We
have
are
conversation.
133 million people living in poverty. So they're not allowed to get married because they're poor. Come on, let's be realistic.
Now,
Of
do
marriage.
you remember we are partners?
Yes, your partners, you're supposed
We
to
are
help one
partners.
another. So your money should be able to cater for yourself and your partner and also your partner, so you can work together.
Exactly. So if my partner is already acting like he can't cater for us anymore, I am working out with myself and that one child.
There
I
is
will
what they
terminate.
call wait now. Before you get married, you would have conversation with your partner to say, how many children do we want to bet? Okay, we want 2 children, we want 1 child. We can only cater for 3 children at this point in time, right?
Thank you. We.
And things happen. People change. People get divorced. People break up. And then what?
Not I.
We can only cater for 3
Then
children.
the already we is working out. What happens to I and the other we?
You and the other we, I still believe that you should protect the footers. Yes.
No.
Why?
The life at that point does not matter. I am
The life
concerned.
does not matter. That means you
I
are.
am concerned.
Nah, she's trolling. That's for sure. She's definitely rage baiting.
My name is Omaomi. Okay, so first of all the factors that you've given, I felt like they are invalid.
Oh.
And the reason why I said they are invalid is because there are huge factors that matters more than the fetus itself.
Factors
Wait, hold on. You cannot prioritize something that does not have a life.
You just don't become like this.
Oh yeah, hold on.
There were stages.
Exactly.
You
Hold on.
grew.
Hold
You
up.
don't
Hold
say that it does not have a life.
Hold up.
Anything that has blood has a life.
Cannot exist without the host.
Of course.
And okay, one of the factors that matters more than the fetus is number 1, financial, mental.
Why are you not properly
hold
planning?
up.
That's what I have issues.
There is nothing like properly planning.
You have to properly plan your life. Especially in this economy, you have to properly plan. That is why there is family planning.
Do you know that? I don't know the statistics, but we have more married women.
You said you don't know the statistics.
Do you know
Then
more
I can't take your.
The fact check says that a significant number of married women obtain AB, often representing a substantial proportion of total ABs, with some regional reports stating up to 80%, particularly among those with multiple children or those aged between 30 and 40 plus.
More married women.
I'm sorry, I can't take you serious. I can't
more
take.
married women.
I cannot take you serious.
She doesn't believe that more married men do it more than the unmarried women, because I think in her head, married people have a lot of plans. They plan everything out, so that is an impossible situation.
No, I don't want that. Oh my God, you guys are a lot. Yeah, my next
I do.
abortion is illegal.
Next claim is AB is illegal in Nigeria and it should remain so.
It's abortion. We're already there, right? It is illegal in Nigeria, true, but people still do it anyways. And people die because of this. Now, instead of losing to you 1 life, you lose 2. And if you can make people safer, why not do it?
It should be illegal.
It should be, right?
It should be illegal. No.
But people still do it anyways. Now,
Yeah.
you know you can save people's life. Why not make it legal?
Stealing is illegal, but people still do it either ways.
Come on.
Why is she comparing it to stealing? Okay.
Yeah.
Whose life is being saved in stealing? None.
Stealing
Let's
is
stay on
illegal, but
topic.
people. So let me reinstate my claim. It should not be encouraged, because when it's legal, then people take away rest.
It can still be legal and not encouraged. If that's what you really want to do, then it should be legal and not encouraged, just to compromise with Mary, right? But to make it illegal because you're trying to prevent it from happening, it's a little bit unrealistic.
Human psychology work. Say, okay, this thing is legal. That means it gives them the right to do whatever they want, because they already understand that there is no consequence towards it. The only consequence is just to remove the.
When she talks about consequence, what does she mean? Is it that the woman, let's say she has an unplanned pregnancy, do you want her to have the child to punish the woman? Isn't that a little bit cuckoo to punish the woman for having an unwanted pregnancy? And by that method, aren't you punishing the child? Are you really saving children if you are trying to get them to have babies, to teach them a lesson? Isn't it a little bit crazy to come up with such a conclusion? Also, who are you really punishing? Are you punishing the mother or the life that you care so much about? Is it the mother you're punishing or the child? The mother is incapable of providing what she thinks will be substantial for the child. Are you punishing the mother or the child? The child that you care so much about.
How many we are in the world right now?
Answer the question.
Hold on. Over 8
State your
billion,
claim.
right? For a long time, I used to believe we should all have children. But right now, I don't blame people who don't want to have kids. There are children
Thank
hungry.
God you said you don't blame people who don't want to have
If you are pro-life,
kids.
save
So
the
you
ones
already
alive.
know that you don't want to have kids. Then there are a lot of ways.
I said, don't bring prevention in our conversation, please. Let's stay on topic, right? If you are pro-life,
No. If
there
I'm
are
not
lives
bringing
you can
prevention,
start
that means
with.
you are trying to say that you can be irresponsible and there's
No. The conversation is abortion. I am pregnant already. Let's stay there.
no.
Why does she want to punish the woman so much? Like, why does she want to teach the woman a lesson? And by teaching her a lesson is by making her have a child that she's not ready for. To punish the woman, to teach her consequence, like to give her pain. That is a little bit messed up.
Don't abort.
Thank you very
That's
much.
it. Thank
You've been voted out by the majority. 17 minutes till the clock. You can pick a new.
First off, when we talk about pro-choice, right, it means the legal rights for a woman to decide what goes on with the fetus in her body. We're focusing on the child. I'm going to give you an example. This happened in Ireland in 2012.
We're speaking to Nigeria.
I know.
We're
I'm
not
going
speaking to Ireland.
Let me land.
My claim is not.
She's given a case study, so let her speak.
There was a lady named Savita. She had a miscarriage with complications, but because abortion was illegal in Ireland, they refused to abort the pregnancy. Why?
Imagine the number of women that have to be in that same situation in Nigeria, where she's trying to say, oh, it's you're talking about Nigeria. Imagine the number of women that have been in the similar situation as the lady from Ireland.
Why? Because they saw there was cardiac activity in her womb. And now, doctors will tell you that cardiac activity in the womb is basically electrolytes and that making moves. Now, this lady died. Now, do you want to tell me that at that point, the doctors were right not to abort the child? Now, let's bring
If
it
you
back.
were listening to my previous argument, I said that you should save a life. That's what I said.
So whose life are we saving here?
Then, I don't know. So, continue your points.
Now.
What do you mean you don't know? You have to choose, right? You care about the life. Which one are you going to save?
Abortion should be legalized in Nigeria. I stand on that.
No. The word of today, I don't believe that abortion should be legalized. I believe that abortion is illegal. Because when they start seeing it as being right, that means you are encouraging it. People who will now start doing it. A lot of people would.
One thing that she doesn't understand is that AB can have a huge psychological toll on the woman. It's not an easy decision for most women to make such a choice. So for you to just think that people are going to be running to the clinics whenever they want, maybe that can happen. But I think in majority of the cases, that's not what is going on. And it's quite a traumatic experience for the woman as well. Also on her body, because according to what I've read, you basically your body has to go through some really traumatic things to fully get rid of everything. So it's not such an easy decision for women to make, at least for the most cases.
I'm a teacher.
Okay.
A special needs teacher, to be exact. I've come across kids that are suffering. I'm talking about children that have money. To enroll a child in an exclusive special needs school right now, you need to have like 4 million naira. And I worked in a special needs school, which means that these people, they planned their pregnancy. I know a woman that early scan, that's by 3-4 months, they already told her, oh, this child is going to come out limbless. What would you advise that woman to do?
So
and don't tell me you're not going to answer my question. You will answer my question.
I'm about to answer your question, but you cannot force me to answer your question.
Answer it anyway.
Please.
Answer the question, Mary.
That children that have special needs, children that are autistic, should not come to life because of their disability.
Baby girl, limbless. That means that if that child survives 70 years, somebody has to be responsible for that child at every point of the child's life. When that child's parent dies, what does the child do? What's going to happen to the child when the child parent dies?
Me, I still believe that.
I understand what you believe.
Because you cannot, let me tell you something. No. Don't be insensitive because...
Don't tell me not to be insensitive.
Do you know why I said so? I know of people with disability. No lady wants to bet a disabled child. But
I'm not taking any stance on this.
Suffer for the rest of their lives. You are saying that I am aware that my child is not going to be able to speak for the rest of their lives. My child will not be able to walk for the rest of their lives. And I should still bring that child into this world. What if I don't have the financial capability to handle such responsibility? What if I have other children? Do you know the things that a special needs mother has to do?
Let me tell you something.
A special
you don't
needs
know.
child that is the
I
fourth
understand.
born and has a video on TikTok. The baby was still alive, but the baby was decaying in the mother's womb until she died. She had the option to take out that child, but abortion is not legal in Nigeria. So, what do we do then? You're talking about save a life. Girls, speak. Which life are we saving? Are we saving the mom's life or the baby's life?
We are saving a life.
Mary is trolling.
Portable, for example.
You cannot say no. No, I get you, but
you're saying save a life. What life are we saving?
Are you saying Portable does not deserve to live?
Girl, I was trying to calm you down.
No, you're trying to calm me down, but yes, that's what you're insinuating.
Okay, I am a little lost with the cultural reference, but it's fine.
All right, somebody like Portable.
Don't ask me like I'm marrying somebody like. Don't ask me that question.
Portable has how many wives? Portable has how many children?
Who is Portable? Let me check. Why did the guy have to catch a stray bullet? Why? What? These ladies are gonna get me in trouble.
Now, does that man look like somebody that has, because you've been talking about a lot of moral conduct.
Why are you judging based on look? I'm not scared of anybody. What do you mean? She just asked me, am I scared of her? We are yet to state our claim, what we believe in. That's all. So I'm not. Why should I be scared?
So I'm going to start from the idea that it's okay for the government to control what you do with your body and how dangerous that is. How far do we want to go with ensuring that women do not control what they do with their bodies? How far are you willing to go with it? Purpose that the society has to delete mothers from history because, again, women are incubators and their relevance is so low in the society.
No,
women are incubators
I don't believe
to you.
That. If a baby dies in your womb, is also abortion.
Yes, if you miscarry, it's called medical abortion. It's abortion.
Let's do the fact check. While medically and technically miscarriages are regarded as AB, in medical terminology, a miscarriage is officially termed as spontaneous AB. This is a critical distinction between a miscarriage and what is commonly referred to as AB, induced or elective termination. Spontaneously AB, that is miscarriage. This is a voluntary natural loss of pregnancy before the 20th week. It is not a choice action and occurs due to the natural causes, often chromosomal abnormalities. Induced AB is deliberate, intentional decision to terminate due to medication or surgical procedure. The reason, like she's saying, that it's an AB is because sometimes when you miscarry, not everything comes out. So they do have to take out the rest, which is technically an AB. So that's what she means.
And which is why abortion is healthcare. Because it comes like with the field of medicine. So again, because abortion is healthcare, we believe that abortion should be legal. So if you think that all forms of healthcare is legal or should be legal, then abortion itself should be legal. That's where our stance is from. You come from a moral place, and fair enough, your morals are your morals. But again,
you cannot use religion to rule a secular state.
We're talking about healthcare, a human right. Abortion is a human right, and it should be legal.
Abortion is a human right, and it should be legal. That's what you said. But the child also has a right.
A fetus is not a child.
I don't.
The only reason we think abortion should be legalized is that abortion is healthcare and healthcare should be legalized.
But I don't agree with your points, though. Anybody that wants to speak,
you don't have to agree, but
I don't agree.
Yeah, it is what it is. If you don't agree, it's fine. She also has an opinion, and she can have her own opinion. So that's okay.
Go on. You were saying something before the other person stood up. On what stance exactly are you saying it should remain illegal? Is it religious stance?
It's not religious.
Moral stance?
It
is what?
Ethics.
Do you think that if it was legal, women would abuse the right to remove a fetus from their body?
Yeah, I believe that if you legalize abortion today, people would abuse it. Even your partner would say, oh, sorry, we cannot cater to this child.
This is unrelated, but in the Netherlands, weed is decriminalized. You can go to the shop, buy brownies, you can buy your rolls. Like for example, Ghana, Nigeria, weed is illegal, but they still have people who are addicted to weed. So I don't think it's the matter of making it legal that is going to prevent people from using it. In most countries here in Europe, it's legal, but I don't see people abusing the system like that. It's a traumatic experience for the woman too, you know.
Abortion is legalized.
Okay,
let me take it out. And you keep taking, and you keep taking, and you keep taking, and you keep taking. You keep ending life.
Her body, her choice. Okay? Pro-choice. Her body, her choice. And her body does not belong to you. She can do as she pleases.
Life keep ending life, keep ending life.
You keep mentioning this ending life and ending life and ending life. Do you know that even legally, like in the constitution, a life does not begin until 6 weeks in the stomach? Are you aware?
Sorry, you said legally.
No, you're not going to do that.
No, I'm not cutting you short. You will finish.
Okay, fact check. It says that based on the Nigerian constitution, it doesn't explicitly say what the definition of when the life begins.
Talk with facts and figures.
You want me to
right?
state it?
Fine.
I am going to state it. If you can state where in the constitution it says that abortion is illegal.
Criminal Code section 229. Go and check it out.
We have a lawyer in the house. Please, can you confirm that? But she did not state the correct one. You did not state the correct one, so I am not going to
my point.
You did not state the correct penal code.
I've already done.
She did, sister. Okay? Mary stated the correct one. That's fine.
Are you saying
a fetus is like cancer? Cancer grows. So if I'm saying before 6 months,
are you
I
saying
can remove
you were a cancer before you came?
Okay, the claim of the panel is being pro-life is child abuse.
I said being child abuse, care. From where to where?
It is our claim. We have been making claims since and nobody was.
Do you know what child abuse is?
Yes, I do know what child abuse is.
What is child abuse?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. So let me explain to you what child abuse is.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Why do you want her to answer the question? Why don't you answer the question, Mary? You know what child A is? Child A is giving birth to a child into the roughest situation they can ever find themselves in. Child A is giving birth to a child into poverty, a environment, into messed up situation. That is child A, okay?
I love what you have just said.
They should be punished.
I agree.
But then again, the child should be protected. The child should not bear the consequences.
If the mother doesn't have the resources to protect the child, what do you think is going to happen to the child?
Mary, when you say abortion should be illegal and should remain so, who should be punished?
Who should be punished? I'm not going to answer that.
Yes, that's the issue. That's the issue.
I'm not being dismissive here. I'm not going to answer that.
And if thousands of people that reason the way you reason are out there and are going around saying that forcing women, cajoling women, enforcing that women should keep things that they don't want in their body.
It's not forcing, no.
It's forcing. Okay, if it is not forcing, why is there a punishment for not doing it?
Now I just feel like
it is not.
Now I just feel like you've not gathered your thoughts well. You've not curated it well. Let me reinstate what I've said.
Okay.
All I've said here today is that I do not support abortion because every life, everybody, every fetus has a right to life.
You said you're not forcing anyone. You also said it should be illegal. So what are we doing, Mary?
Mary, you may be misogynistic, and I feel like you should check it out. That's the truth. Because
I am not.
The truth is the only...
I support women's rights because I am a woman.
You don't support women's rights because you want women to suffer. To suffer because they have an unplanned pregnancy. You want them to suffer because you don't believe that they have the right to choose what they want to do with their bodies. You want to see women in pain. And that's very misogynistic, like she said. Well, that's the end of the video. And yeah, I think Mary was there to troll and she did a fantastic job. So congratulations to you. I'll also say that the panel, the pro-choice panel, they did a really good job defending their points. But Mary also came with some facts, okay? Let's not play with her. So yeah, that was a very interesting episode. A little bit triggering because of the things she was saying, but I think she was like they said, she was rage baiting, so that was the purpose, was to trigger a response, and if that was her goal, she did a fantastic job. She also came with some facts, so yeah, that was a really nice debate. I do like the formats that they are going with, Cruz. We want more episodes like this, yeah? That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for staying with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, okay? I also have another video from Cruz, which is 1 atheist versus 1 Christian. I'm going to link it up there. So I'll see you in the next one. The next one, I want to make another... I have a playlist, okay? And there's other playlists about trips about Ghana, and I want to make a video about that. But that is unrelated to these reactions. But if there's any other video or any other reactions that you'd like me to make, please write it down in the comments. And also about this conversation, if you have any comments, put it down below and I would reply once I see it. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like. Did I already say that? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Doei.